The largest light festivals in the world kicks off tonight in downtown Cincinnati. 9 on your sides. Blink, the Art of Lights, starts right now.
And have you ever seen the Roebling Bridge look like this? It is spectacular. Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky are glowing like never before.
Everyone, get ready for a symphony of light and sound that will amaze and inspire. Welcome all of you to our special edition of 9 on Your Side at 7. I'm Tanya O'Rourke.
And I am Craig McKeon. Folks, finally, Blink 2019 is here. The anticipation has been building since 2017.
Yeah, since the day it began in 2017.
We wanted this to come back year after year. Of course, we had to wait 2 years for this to be here. We are live right now at 4th and Vine at the First Financial Community here, First Financial Bank, and we appreciate them giving us a little bit of property here to sit on. And I tell you, the crowd's already building.
4 or 5 people deep on the streets out there. And by the way, this Lights Festival will officially kick off in about half an hour with the Future City Light Spectacular Parade. And of course, we're going to bring that to you, no doubt, which will run right by us, right here at our location. We have multiple cameras here set up so that you can see it. And the parade is just one part. Just one tiny part of this giant event. Yeah,
the first Blink event, as we mentioned, happened back in 2017. So many of you actually went to that, of course. Brought more than 1 million people into the Cincinnati downtown area, and it really made history. More than 1 million people here, but guess what? We're expecting even more than 1 million this year.
None of us knew what to expect last time. None.
The displays were just amazing the first time around. And
it was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It was like, what? And we were trying to learn what it was like before it even started. We had no clue, and then it came. We were like, this is incredible. And you know what? It's so big. There's so much going on this weekend. It's just too much for just 2 of us to handle.
No, we have a complete team covering, of course, everything Blink Cincinnati. We want to go to our colleague and my co-anchor, Kristen Hartman, who is also downtown here. And you're down at the banks, Kristen. We are seeing a huge crowd building here. What's it like down there?
Well, I have to tell you, you remember the old movie Field of Dreams, right? There was that expression, if you build it, they will come. We have the illustration of that right here. Andy, if you'll pan off me and show everybody the Roebling Bridge and the people coming over the Roebling Bridge, I'm assuming to go to the parade and see the opening of Blink 2019. This crowd has been growing and growing and growing, and it kind of is fueling what the Blink organizers told me last week. It's bigger, it's brighter, it's better. As we said, there are 5 zones, Covington being the newest addition, but added to downtown, OTR, Findlay, and of course, right here, the banks where I'm standing. The fun thing is people are really getting into it. We've seen people in reflective clothing so that they can reflect the lights. People are handing out what they like to call Blink Bling, and I have mine. There, you can see it lit up, and I know you guys have yours.
We both have a little bling on, right?
Yeah.
I have I can't put them on because of this thing, but I've got glasses. Look at that.
Glasses that blink. My tie actually blinks and does all sorts of things, but it's so bright right now with the lights here with our setup, you can't really see it. But as soon as I get away from the lights, I just want to say I look good. You know, I look Blink-tastic.
That's right. And it's hard to believe, but Blink has taken a huge step forward, Kristen. It's hard. It's amazing that even 2 years ago when it debuted.
Yeah. You know, again, you mentioned this a little bit ago. We didn't know what to expect.
None.
That first round. But this year, Blink, they have gone over the top with just all the fancy lights. For a closer look, though, about this year's new parade, the displays, and more, we want to go to entertainment reporter Brian Maines and Lindsey Rowley.
Hello, I'm Brian Maines.
And I'm Lindsey Rowley.
And we're here at Garfield Park where a spectacular light parade will kick off Blink this Thursday.
Organizers promise this Blink will be bigger and better than the first one.
And we're going to walk you through everything new at Blink 2.0.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the parade. Unlike the first Blink parade in 2017, which started at Findlay Market and ended at Washington Park, this one's going to start right here at Garfield Park and go all the way to the bank.
Along the way, the parade will pass 2 of the most stunning new light projections for this year's Blink.
And when the parade passes by down here on Fountain Square, prepare to be wowed by refraction, an interactive installation of light. You can change the color of the light and the music with your own movement.
And when the parade ends here at the Banks, people are going to be greeted by what organizers promise to be the most jaw-dropping installation of Blink.
Rumble is an eye-popping art installation that will bathe the Roebling Bridge in dazzling colors, natural sound, and music.
And those are just two of what will be more than double the new art installations as seen in 2017.
Now, if you're wondering how Blink organizers made room for all of those new installations, it's because they've expanded from the foot of the Roebling Bridge all the way to Covington here on 7th Street.
Covington, along with the 4 other zones that make up Blink, will include multiple smaller art installations and more than 15 new murals, including the one that's going up right here behind me.
And beyond all of the visual artwork you're going to see, there's going to be live entertainment each night on 6 new stages and daytime activities as well.
There will be daily Q&A sessions with Blink artists, a film festival on Saturday, and the return of the Architects of Air with a new luminarium right here in Washington Park. You'll be able to walk through the luminarium every day of Blink.
And if you went to Blink in 2017, you will remember all of those traffic jams. Well, we have some good news this year. Organizers are closing down all of the streets surrounding the streetcar, and you'll be able to ride the streetcar for free.
Even with all the road closures and traffic changes, which will make it easier to get around Blink, Lindsey and I still recommend that you take more than one day to see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to take more than one day to see it. I took in the first Blink
take
all
every
in
night
one
if you
day,
could, yeah.
but this one I think you do need 2 days. Steve McGowan is joining us now, owner of Brave Berlin, one of the main organizers of Blink. The anticipation, you guys have done a good job in building everything up to today.
Look at this, it's
Are
crazy.
you nervous?
I don't know what I am. You know what? This is like it's Christmas
Numb?
morning.
Like freaked
Like
out?
Christmas morning.
It is.
Because what if it doesn't? It'll all go off without a hitch, but what if it doesn't, right?
Oh, it will. There's that Lorne Michaels thing where he says, you know, the show doesn't go on because it's ready at 11:30. It goes on because it's 11:30.
It's got to
Right,
go on.
Yeah, so
They'll have a choice.
it's
The
happening.
weather's going to work out. Looks like perfectly, really, again, and that was a main thing for the first round. What is so different this year that people just have to come down and see?
The scale of it all, the intensity of the art, and the pieces are different. Going across the Roebling into Covington, so advancing and making this feel more regional, but also the these massive immersive environments that we're doing. Fountain Square is going to blow people away. The Roebling.
I'm looking forward to that. The Fountain
I am
Square.
too.
The singing bridge. Their hearts will melt.
I gotta know, because when you guys were sitting around after Luminosity, which was absolutely spectacular, and you thought, what's next? How do we push forward? And you came up with this. Did you have any idea? I mean, there are 10 people deep out here waiting for just the parade.
Not in our wildest dreams, but the feeling that is here is that first feeling of the first year of Luminosity when the whole neighborhood came into play. The key to Blink is that it's free and open to the public.
That's right.
And it's welcome to all, and it's just one of those magic moments. And we always say, just take pause while you're here, especially if you're from Cincinnati, and look at the art and take your time. It's not like rushing, to catch your flight.
Stroll,
Right.
relax.
But then take pause. and talk to people and have fun. That's the magic.
I think that's one thing I found in the first one is not only are you looking at the animations on some of the buildings and the art that's in this, but you start looking at some of the architecture that we have in this city.
This city's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful, yeah.
Well, it's what's great. What I found was that community spirit.
Yeah.
You're walking around, you're talking to people you don't know. It's dark out in downtown Cincinnati. You guys call this Future City.
Yeah.
This is important for you to make Cincinnati on the map for everything.
We are the future city, and this is what future cities do. We come together, and art has a way of bringing and uniting, and it's important. And no other city can do what we're doing here.
Well, Steve,
we broke the internet today.
Yes, you
did.
You broke it.
It's back up, but we broke the internet.
the app went down, the website, everything went down.
It's back up.
It's
though.
all
We're
back
good.
up now.
Yeah.
Good.
And get the app.
And the app is
download
crucial
the app. It's helpful. It really
it'll
is.
navigate you through the whole process and everything. Steve, I know you have to go get ready for the parade, which kicks off at 7:30. So, folks, if you're on your way down, carpool.
Please carpool. Or take one of those park and rides. It'll be so great.
Yeah.
Steve,
And it's getting dark.
You're going to be in the parade, so have a great time.
Thank
Hang with us for just a second, but we know
Thanks
you're going to take off in a minute.
Yep.
Now, we still have a lot to get to on our Blink special. It's Blink 2019 special, by the way. You'll probably hear the word zone a lot this week.
After the break, we're going to explain how it plays a big role and how you experience Blink.